Hello, hello. Welcome to Get At Gaming Plus. This is season 3, episode 8. Season 3, so many seasons. It
Oh,
feels
right?
I know. Like it's crazy to say that. But before I segue any further, this is season 3, episode 8. Um we talk about all things like video games, nerdy, anime, movies, basically just stuff that we like. Um, and it's just a nice way of us to talk about all the cool things that we're very passionate about. Um, some things that we're going to be talking about today. Got some Elden Ring news, just that recently came out. There's some Pokemon news as well, and there's some anime news, very interesting anime news that we will talk about here in a little while. But um, again, this is Gay Gaming Plus. We talk about all cool things that we like. The way that we like to start off these episodes is really talking about what we've been playing or something that we call hidden trophies, where we basically show off our pickups of the week and show that we spend too much money on our cool hobbies. So
That is
um,
very true.
yeah, I guess you told me that you wanted me to go first. Is that right?
Yeah, mine kinda segues into
Okay.
what we're talking about. I will tell you this, thank God my wife doesn't watch that. She probably kicked my butt, uh, 10 times over.
Yeah.
I'm sure she would.
All right. Well, yeah. Don't tell Ben's wife.
I don't know
Be
why.
be be cool. Be cool, everyone. So yeah, I guess we'll start off with what I've been playing. I guess I recently started up. The screen's gonna act weird, but I recently started up Dot Hack Outbreak. Um, yeah, I bought it for like $35.
Did you
But
buy me games?
no, it still had the sticker from EB Games.
Okay.
And if you like look closely at it, audio listeners, I'm showing it. If you look at a certain angle, it shows that it was $50. So like I think this was a brand new, like
Wow.
gutted copy or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's really cool to see that it says EB Games. All of my .hack games say EB Games on them. So yeah, they're very good condition. They have the original cover art. They have the manuals. They have the anime disc as well. The actual game disc isn't in here because it's in my PlayStation. Um, but yeah, more hack. So it's always good. It's the we talked about it in my stream and stuff, but honestly, it's the in my opinion, it's the better Sword Art Online. It did it first, and it also just tackles things like more mature themes and things compared to just I don't know the I don't know horror aspect I guess of Sword Art, where it's just like, oh no, we're trapped in a game. I better be strong and beat the final boss. Whereas with this, it's just like depressing. I can't log out of this game. What do I do? Or my friends are going into comas with when they get attacked by this glitched out monster. Help. Um, yeah. So along to go along with that. I guess I didn't show this last week, but I don't know if I had it last week. Maybe not. I have Die Hack Sign, the anime. I got this as a gift from someone. So thank you. Yeah, this is the Funimation release of it. So they did. There's a Bandai release and there's a Funimation release. The Funimation release, I guess, has OVAs on it, as well as it's only DVD only, which is weird. But also, it's a 16:9 show, and this show came out in like 2002. I want to say, so it's just kind of strange to see something 16:9 in 2002. I would have expected it to be like 4:3.
I know, right?
um, More things to talk about. I got a package yesterday. I want to say, and by the time you're listening to this, it's probably already done. Actually, no, it is done. Probably. Sentai Filmworks. They do a lot of like anime and stuff and publish. They have their own store, and they were having a blowout sale or closing sale, I guess, on certain anime. Basically, it was going to be like an out of print sale, so they're just getting rid of all their extras because I don't know what they're doing with them. But I got Haikyuu. It's the volleyball anime, men's volleyball anime, high school, and these are normally $100 a piece,
Holy crap!
15 each.
Wow,
So
that is a bargain.
yeah, I mean, granted, that's retail pricing of Sentai, and Sentai stuff generally goes on sale pretty often. So I want to say normally it's probably 60, but still $15 like for each of those. I bought 2 copies of each. Someone else is gonna take the others for like a present for someone else, but I was able to get 2 because that's what I limited me to, was 2 each. um I also went to a convention over the weekend in Indy. There was an anime convention in Indy, at a hotel. Anime convention was called, I think I talked about it last time, Anime Crossroads, and basically, a friend and I, we went over there just to go to the vendor hall, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much all we did. But I got just for audio listeners, I'm gonna be. Oh no, does this have a scratch? Oh no, it's cracked. Oh, I don't know if it was always like that or if I did that. I don't think I did it. I have Lupin the Third, a CD of Part 3. It's like an actual like CD. Pay no attention to the price, please. Um, but yeah, it's an audio CD of Lupin. It's my second Lupin audio CD.
That's pretty crazy, by the way.
Yeah. It's Part 3 too, and like you don't see Part 3 often until fairly recently with the Blu-ray release of that from Discotech. Because it's just not really a popular season. Part 2 is the one that's most popular, I want to say. But yeah, that was really cool. And then I also found something really expensive. Don't rat me out. Don't tell on me or anything. Anyone, be cool. But I bought Persona Trinity Soul. This is an anime that is a spin-off of Persona 3, and they have the special editions of the show. It's DVD only. It's basically sealed except like the end where like the person took it out. But it comes with, I actually haven't really opened these to be honest. Well, let me tell you the price first. This is about $300.
Oh man.
But it comes with the discs. So there's like 2 discs, or maybe 4 discs. No, 2 discs per volume. They stack kind of weird, but they also each come with an art book. So
That's really cool.
like these are NIS releases, so they generally do like really cool things like that. But because they're NIS, they tend to be very expensive, and they tend to just not be a whole lot of them. Supposedly there was a release of this without special edition, but I haven't come across it. I've also never really seen this in the wild enough to where I thought it was just never translated here, but I guess it was. And supposedly it was on streaming services for a little bit. But so yeah, I don't know if it's good anime or not, but I have it. And yeah, from what I was talking to the person there, I guess he goes to a lot of conventions and stuff. It's called Otaku Joe's. It has a lot of like old stuff, so like you really like that. There's just like a lot of old anime like figures, and like
That's
even
so
like
cool.
action figure stuff too. And they had really good prices on like their like not rare stuff. Like everything that was on the table that wasn't rare, like just in the normal like bins or whatever that you could look at, was all half off. But yeah, supposedly this Trinity Soul thing, there were like 45 copies made. I'm not sure how true that is, but this person really seemed to know their stuff, so I'm gonna take their word for it. And he said he was able to get 42 of them
Wow.
from some person who like bought most of them. So
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So yeah, he was basically telling me, he's like, I'm not gonna tell you to buy this, but It's really hard to find this. You don't see this in the wild, and you're probably gonna have to go on eBay and look. I can't find volume 2 on eBay. I see volume 1 on eBay for like $200, and I paid 150 per volume. So I think I
I
made out pretty well, but granted, I don't know what the demand is on these.
I right.
But it's NIS stuff and it's Persona stuff at that now. So like it's just I feel like it's just gonna go up, if anything.
Yeah, and I
Um
feel like that older anime always goes up in price. Always. I feel like it it's a wise investment, even
mhm.
though I know you well enough to know that you will never sell it. Uh, but if
Yeah.
you ever did, it's gonna go up in value. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna die someday and someone like a loved one or whatever is gonna just sell all my anime and they'll make a bank from that. Just like pay for my funeral or whatever and keep whatever's rest. Because yeah, like I have a lot of stuff and I feel like it's worth a lot. But yeah, I'm never gonna probably sell it ever. Or if I do, it'll be because I got a really good deal and it's just something I don't enjoy.
Right.
But yeah, I don't sell stuff often. So yeah, I don't expect to sell it. Um, but yeah, that's all I really got. Besides, oh, I guess really quick, what I've been playing. I played some Majora's Mask on the Super Nintendo, or not Super Nintendo. Wow, on the N64 online thing through Nintendo Switch with my controller. Game's still amazing. Game's still great. Um, I love that game because like after a certain point, and you can like do stuff pretty fast. It's just free roaming after that. There is story, but it's not like very linear like Ocarina of Time is. Like you can just like I don't know, like you can go and just explore. Like you will be um blocked off and gated from like certain like bosses and certain places in the beginning, but once you get all three masks, then it's just like yeah, you can do whatever you want. And I got
Yeah.
to the sec third. I'm in the third zone right now, so Zora stuff. I just got the Zora masks, and now I can transform into that. But yeah, that game's excellent. If no one's ever played it before, I definitely recommend it. Um, yeah, it's an awesome game. It's probably my favorite 3D Zelda game, just because of how uh, I don't know, just everything about it. Honestly, it's just it's a better Ocarina of Time. That's how I see it. But yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. What about you? What have you been playing? What have you been
Well,
buying?
I restarted my Animal Crossing. I I I hadn't played it for a while, but my wife has picked it back up again, and I want to kind of catch up. I am starting from scratch, so everything that I had before is gone, which sucks because I had a
Mhm.
lot of stuff. But that's okay. Um, I've been playing a little bit of that, but before I get into what else I've been playing, I want to show one of my hidden treasures. So I I'm getting you on camera there. People that are not watching, I got Alien 3 from NES. That one has been one that I've been looking for a while. I'm getting to the point now where I'm commons are so easy to come by and they're so cheap right now
Mhm.
that I'm really trying to get some of the harder ones now because as the prices are going up, it's making it more and more difficult. I know a couple episodes ago, Alex, I showed you my was it like Fisher Price Fireman game or whatever I got for NES.
Yeah.
Uh, I bought it for about $30. It's already up to $60 right now, uh, and that wasn't very many episodes ago, really. Um, I've got another one coming this week that I didn't even know they made. I think it was the end of the cycle.
Mhm.
Uh, Super excited about that one, and that will probably be in my next week. But one of my other, it's not really hidden treasure, but I did buy Elden Ring for PS5, and I have been playing a. I've got a couple hours into it now, um, which it's a perfect segue into our first story.
Yeah, for sure. Let me go ahead and pull that up if I can. So yeah, Elden Ring came out recently, and it's doing fairly well.
Yeah,
Yeah, 97 on Metacritic currently. That's awesome. Like,
the scores have been ridiculous. Uh, and I know I've read a lot of comments where people were like, "Oh, it's all because of the all these people are making money from it." One group that I follow is GameSpot, and
mhm,
if you want like the most honest review, it's going to be them. They don't seem to follow the trends. Like, for instance, the new Batman, IGN gave it a 10. They gave it a 5. So they don't really follow those trends. I will tell you, I've never played a Dark Souls game. I've never played any of those. So it's difficult for me trying to figure out what just to do.
mhm,
I've been reading a lot of like, okay, so when you first start, you need to go do these things that will help you along your way, for your battles and stuff. That's been the only difficult part is that just learning what to do. I was telling Alex I was in the like I was roaming. I'm like, oh look, there's some people over there, and I went over there and a giant dragon showed up, and that was pretty much the end of my story. Uh, but yeah, like reading the reviews, and I had no problem getting this. I just walked into my local GameStop, bam, they had it. But the guy that worked at the GameStop I know really well said they had been selling the crap ton of these.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and one thing I did not know, um, is it is an online game and you can bump into other people playing at the same time.
yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, it's doing very well. It is like a Souls type game, but as far as other Souls games go, this seems to be a little easier from what I've heard as far as like difficulty, but it's still hard because of how much nobody knows about it, I guess. Like it's
Yeah,
brand new for everyone, so like everyone's experiencing it for the first time. Um I just want to talk about this really quick. I never go on Metacritic, be honest, but shout out to the guy who gave it a 0 on the users because it was only dubbed in English. Like, more power to you, man. Like, you know what you want. You just want to be a weeb and listen to it in Japanese, but you can't get that, so you gotta give it a 0, bro. I'm sorry. Whoops. Um,
yeah.
that's
You know what
crazy.
though?
That's crazy. I hate that. Like that's stupid. Like
You
the
should have it in other languages. You should have it in other languages, I feel, but, yeah, yeah, it's kind of like when you look at reviews and someone gave it, like, a really bad review from a store because they got it and shipping wasn't on time because of a snowstorm or, like, something was happening,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Oh, well, I got it late because there was a snowstorm, and I don't like it." Okay,
Yeah.
that doesn't kinda work, but, you know, hey, you that wrote that, more power to you.
Yeah.
You're expressing your freedom of speech. Good job.
Yep. All right, so let's go ahead. Yeah, we don't really have much more to say about Elden Ring. I haven't really played it. I've seen some people play it and it looks really cool. I have been on record saying that I'm not gonna buy it, but at the same time, it does look really cool. I'm probably gonna buy it. Um, I don't want to be a hypocrite, so out of spite, I'm not buying it. We'll see how that goes here for now, but out of spite right now, I am not buying this game because A, I have too many games, too many shows to watch, and B, Kirby comes out this month, and I'd rather be playing Kirby. So, oh, and Persona Fighting. Oh, that's not even on the news either. Oh man, there's so many things. Um, I'm just gonna put this in here really quick. Persona Fighting got an announcement a couple days ago, where it's going to the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax game that's being released on PS4 and Steam and all of that. It's getting rollback net code in summer. So they've listened to everyone. It's not going to be there when it comes out, but it's definitely going to be there in the summer. So they're working on it to make this viable for online competitive play and all that. Because like yeah, the online wasn't great in Persona fighting, especially if this game is on PC. Like no one's going to be playing this locally on PC against people. So like it's awesome that they actually are listening and we're getting it because they could have just wholeheartedly just ignored us and just been like, well, we're releasing it because you already bought it once. But yeah,
Nice.
that's really
But
cool. It was really cool to see that. Anyway, next news here. Pokemon Day was on Sunday. This is everything that was announced during the Pokemon Presents Direct. Let's see. Shout out. I'm not gonna do it this time, but shout out to Steph, where friend of the show, where I apparently complain about the IGN articles all the time because they're out. Whoa, that's loud. Because they're out of order. But yes, it is out of order on this one as well. I guess I did it. You're welcome, everyone. So there were a lot of things that were shown off during this
there
direct.
was a lot.
I honestly forgot about it until after it aired, and I woke up at like 9:30 or something. I was like, "Oh yeah, this thing happened." And I turned it on. Luckily, didn't really get too many spoilers, and just skimmed through the beginning because the beginning honestly was just stuff I do not care about, and I never will care about. But let's just go in the order that this is showing it, I guess. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were announced. They had that live action trailer that was showing stuff, and then just it showed like a ancient, like I don't know, it showed like a study at first. And I was like, oh, are we getting because I saw like heard about like Scarlet, so I was like, oh, a study in Scarlet? Are we getting are we getting Sherlock Holmes? Like, this is gonna be cool? And then it wasn't, but instead it's set in like Spain. But yeah, this game seems to be open world, similarly to the newest Pokemon Legends Arceus. But it also seems as well that the textures and stuff are different. Like they really focus in on a lot of those Pokemon, and one in particular, like Magnemite, it has like a metal texture on it. It's not cartoony, cell shaded like how it has been in a while. Um, I guess I haven't seen a Magnemite in Legends, so I don't know how it looks in that. But like I know it is in that game, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know like if it has that sort of texture and stuff. But it was really cool to see something that looked more gritty for a Pokemon game.
Yeah, and I just watched the trailer to it.
Mhm,
I had heard about it and read about it. Um, yeah, I think this is really cool. I think for people that really want more Pokemon, which let's be honest, that I feel like that is one of Nintendo's stronger titles that they have.
mhm.
That's a that's a smart thing. I personally don't think we'll see it until holiday. Um, maybe this summer during E3 time, we'll get another one where we can see some gameplay or we'll get to see more video. What I
Oh yeah,
liked was that they basically showed who your starting Pokemon will be, which was kind of cool.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. They showed off the three starters. There's a Grass Cat, Spaghettio, Sprigatito. So like Gato, isn't it Gatito? I guess for like a small cat. Um, and then there's Fuecoco, so like a crocodile, and like Fuego, so like a fire crocodile. And then there's just Quaxley. No, because I watched like a TikTok about it where they're just like, oh, these are cool little puns about like Spanish names and like all this kind of stuff. And then there's just Quaxley. It just
yep.
isn't a pun. It's just a stupid duck. We already have a stupid duck. Um, but they are. We got Donald Duck though, so I kind of want him. I'm kind of hoping that he turns into a mage or something, and then we have Donald Duck from Kingdom Hearts, because he already
That would
has the hat.
be cool.
um, but yeah, there's this thing where with fire Pokemon, I guess for starters, they're all the Zodiac Pokemon, or all the Zodiac animals. That's how it has seemed to be. Um, so there isn't really a crocodile for that, but people are thinking he kind of looks like a chili pepper, like a ghost pepper maybe, because he kind of like has a skull. And since it's fuego, so like it's hot, it's a hot pepper maybe. Um, so that means that he could be like a stink. So maybe he does like lose his limbs and stuff, and he does become an actual um thing for the Zodiac. So it's interesting what people think of and what they've seen with previous games, and just kind of expect something. So if it doesn't happen, then I guess it's deconfirmed that it just happened to be coincidental. Um, but yeah, that was the last thing that showed. The other things that showed, Pokemon Legends Arceus Daybreak, there was just an update that had more story a little bit. I haven't really played much of Arceus since I beat the game, but there's a little bit of thing here where it's like, oh, there's more outbreaks, so that means that there's more potential of getting shinies. Since the way that the shiny counter and stuff works is like, you have way more of a chance to get a shiny Pokemon during an outbreak, just because there's so much of that same Pokemon coming out of the spot. Um, you can also do Pokemon battles in like a certain place, like the training grounds and stuff. There's other stuff to it as well. They also talk about an online animated series for Arceus, because they've done that for other Pokemon things as well, like have like short little like really good YouTube videos, and I'm just like, man, why couldn't this be the Pokemon show that we get? Because there used to be a thing called Pokemon Legends, that was out like on, obviously in Japan, but like Cartoon Network, where it didn't focus on Ash at all. It focused on um, the other trainers like Gold or whoever, or it focused on gym leaders, and or just new characters in general. Like there was a thing with a I think it was a Suicune or something. So it'd be
Oh yeah, I
second
remember.
gen, and like yeah, there was like a part one, part two for that, and then like sometimes like some of the older like gym, like Misty, like, but not like Misty that we know from like the series, like Misty from like the games would like be there and do something. Like it was just very interesting having just one-off episodes of that kind of stuff. So that's why I really do enjoy the Pokemon online videos. So I'm looking forward to this Pokemon Legends Arceus one. Um, and then finally with Arceus, I'm gonna highlight it here for the video watchers here. If you go into the mystery gifts menu by March 31st, if you type in Arceus Adventure, all one word, into the password box and mystery gifts, you will get 30 Ultra Balls, 30 Giganton Balls, oof, and 30 Jet Balls. So that's a lot. Ultra Balls in general do take some do I don't know, they don't take time, but they take a lot of materials and stuff to make. So yeah, this is really cool. It's just a fun little thing. It's like, hey, you still playing the game? You want some free stuff?
And I
Here
think
you go.
that's cool. That's totally Nintendo to do that. Of say, hey, this happens right now. Just put this in and you get this. And
Yeah,
that's totally Nintendo. That's what they do.
yeah, there was something that happened recently in GameStops where they're giving out a uh, Hisuian Growlithe, I believe. But you can just catch those anywhere, so I don't know why they were just giving it out. And then they were also giving out like 10 or 20 of feather balls, which are like not great balls either. So like that was just like, why am I gonna go on my way to go to a GameStop to go pick up something that's not super great?
You
Um,
say that like people did not show up in the store to get that,
oh, they
but
probably did, but it was probably kids. I don't know because they were always asking. Former GameStop employee here, like the kids were always asking for like, or I guess I didn't work during the Fortnite craze, but I saw like do you have the Fortnite codes or even with with the Pokemon codes? Like, do you have the Pokemon codes? But back then, the Pokemon codes were actually like, here's a Pokemon that you can only get from this sort of mystery event that has a special ability. As far as I can tell, with the Growlithe, like there's nothing really special about it. It's just like, here, you want to catch a Growlithe, even though you can just catch them on your own. Well, here you go. I don't get it. Um, but yeah, have you played any Arceus at all yet?
not yet. My son finished it, but now he's going back and trying to get every single Pokemon,
Okay.
including every shiny now. He did that with Pearl, I want to say,
Hmm.
and maybe it was the other one. But anyway, at one point I went up there and he goes, "Yeah, I literally have every Pokemon in this game, including a bunch of the shinies." And but he'll just go for hours just to do this, which is
Sure.
nice because when he plays Fortnite, it's usually louder,
Yeah.
or he plays Call of Duty. So at least with Pokemon, it's quiet. It's
Yeah.
not a bunch of screaming. Uh, I mean, I think this is really cool. I'm hoping to play the game soon. Just like you, Alex, I swear that my game library that I want to play is larger than I have time for. So,
Yeah. I mean, I just downloaded recently onto my PS5. I'm never gonna touch it, but I downloaded Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition or whatever that we got a while back
oh
for
yeah,
the days of play. Because I never played Horizon all the way through, but because the new Horizon came out, I was like, oh, maybe I'll play this. Let me download this. And yeah, no, I haven't touched it. I'm probably never gonna touch it. I'm too busy playing games I've already played before or die
yeah,
hack.
exactly.
Um, but yeah. Next thing here is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Um, they gave away the Oak's Letter, which is a mystery gift thing where you can get Shaman, which is like I don't know what it is. It looks like a grass hedgehog. I guess that's what it
Yeah,
is. Um, yeah, they talked about that. And then there is Pokemon Go news where there's going to be a Lowland region Pokemon starting March 1st. Um, so Alolan form Exeggutor are going to be everywhere. So those big old uh, coconut tree Exeggutors are just
oh,
going to be everywhere. Um, and yeah, for all people who play Pokemon Go, that's cool that you're still getting content. I have not played Pokemon Go since it first came out. um,
I've never played it.
I'm pretty sure I don't even have any. I'm pretty sure like my account got deleted too. Like I think I just like deleted it because I there was just a certain time where it's just like I don't care. I'm never gonna play this again.
Right.
Unlike my other games, mobile games, where I'm like, I downloaded the recovery code just in case I want to go back to this someday. With Pokemon, it's like, this I'm not gonna play this. I don't walk enough anymore. um, yeah, I stay at home too much now. Pokemon Masters EX is giving a bunch of free gifts. That's the mobile game where you can do battles and stuff. Didn't really get into that. Pokemon Cafe getting some gifts as well. Login bonuses. Then Unite, which was the MOBA. Um, I guess Hoopa is going to be in it, and you can play as Hoopa um, during the time uh, and possibly get it. I guess try it out for free, then maybe win it afterwards. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of what it's showing. But yeah, that was Pokemon Day. There's a lot of random stuff that happened. I expected some sort of Diamond and Pearl and Legends Arceus news, but I did not expect at all. Um,
Two brand new games.
yeah, I did not. I did not expect the newest generation at all. Just because I felt like they were doing a lot this year. I thought they were gonna take a break or something, but here we are. That Arceus did so well. and we're already getting another one here pretty soon. Um,
Right.
yeah, this is crazy. Um, but let me see here. So yeah, that's our Pokemon Day stuff. I guess the next news, I grabbed this from Polygon because I thought that that was the easiest way to do it, and it's something that wasn't IGN. Um, but basically, they Polygon's interesting with what they say. But PSA, it's time to cancel your Funimation account. Their entire library is migrating over to Crunchyroll. So the Funimation cross Crunchyroll fusion is finally happening. We talked about this last year, where we reported that it was indeed a thing that was going through, and it was confirmed that it was okay. FCC and all of that were like, sure. Um, so yeah, it's actually going through now. And starting today, there are quite a few things on there, but by the end of March of this, by the end of this year, yeah, by the end of March of this year, so just this by the end of this month, um, because well, yeah, it's already March. 80% of Funimation's stuff is going to be on Crunchyroll. So that includes dubs, that includes shows like they talk about Yu Yu Hakusho specifically, but that probably includes Dragon Ball at some point. I don't know when that's going to show up there, but it's crazy to me to see Dragon Ball on something that isn't Funimation. Like I mean, honestly, I was kind of shocked when Super showed up on Crunchyroll because that's how I ended up watching it.
Yeah,
Um,
I think this is good. I know some people are like, "Oh, this may kind of suck." I think we should have one app with all the anime that we want to watch, and not having to pick and choose. I I definitely think so. But this also makes me think more and more and more about PlayStation Plus. They're redoing everything.
mhm,
Um, so what I'm thinking they're gonna do is they're gonna have a top tier, and it's gonna have where you would have access. Um, you would have access to Crunchyroll, and you'd have access to PlayStation Now
mhm.
as part of their plans. Because I will tell you that I don't think even some of these don't like Crunchyroll and Funimation. I wonder how their numbers were. I mean, I know they got sold and Sony bought them, and
Yeah.
so I think, and this is just kind of like we're getting ready to gear this up to do this as well, even though we knew about it last year.
Mhm.
So I'm stoked. I mean, I will if my PlayStation Plus has Crunchyroll added, and I'm only paying like another $10-15, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
honestly
down.
though, Crunchyroll is very cheap. Crunchyroll is only $8 a month.
Yeah,
It's one of the cheapest streaming services out there, next to High Dive. But the problem with High Dive is that it doesn't have any apps for any of the gaming
yeah,
systems. Just let me watch Lupin. I really want to watch Lupin the Third Part 6, but I'm not giving you money until I can watch it comfortably on something, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this is really good for people who pay for both of these because in the beginning it was kind of just like, yeah, Crunchyroll is the only thing that gets it, but it gets things, but there isn't a whole lot of things. Eventually all these other streaming services popped up, and you kind of similar to like how movies or and like TV shows work with like having Paramount Plus and all these kinds of things now, Netflix
right.
and Peacock. Um, that's how it has been for anime people for a while. And before you would get Verve, which would have High Dive and Crunchyroll, and then you would just pay for Funimation. Um, High Dive jumped off of Verve, so now people just pay for Crunchyroll and Funimation. So yeah, getting rid of another expense every month is really good for people who do want to watch everything or have as much access to everything as they can. Um,
And it looks like Crunchyroll's price was $7.99 per month, and that give you unlimited access to their library, no ads, and streaming on one device at a time.
Yeah.
Uh, so that is easily, in my mind, brought to PlayStation Plus with PlayStation Now. And if they do that, I think they would. I think they'd give Xbox Ultimate Game Pass a run for their money. Now Game Pass does produce new games day one,
Yeah.
but to be an anime fan and be able to get that with your games at the same time for
Yeah.
one price per year, I mean, why not?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm curious to see, yeah, if that does happen, just because, like, I mean, yeah, Crunchyroll is very, very popular. Like, Crunchyroll numbers are always excellent, and they have been for quite a while. Um, but yeah, if they are able to put themselves on a platform like that and just have it as an add-on, like, yeah, there are people who maybe, well, I don't know. It depends, actually. Now I'm thinking about it, because that would be kind of at a loss compared to how others see things. I guess it all depends on how much the PlayStation Plus package would be, because $8 a month is, I mean, like, that adds up. But if you're just
Right.
getting like the $60 thing plus whatever for a whole year, then like there is a loss to that.
I
Um,
think PlayStation Plus is going to move to $80 a year, and it's going to be PlayStation Plus. You'll get the PlayStation Plus games every month. You're still going to be able to play games online, but you're going to get PlayStation Now, and you're going to get Crunchyroll. And then they'll do something where they'll say, and you'll get exclusive demos for games coming out or something along those lines. But at that price range, PlayStation Now numbers have got to been awful for a long time.
oh, for
Let's be
sure.
honest. And they've already said it. But with Crunchyroll, they're going to get into a new group of people and charging $80 a month. They're still making their money, and there are those people that go, "Hey, I don't want to have PlayStation Plus. I don't." They can still do their pricing on that as well. And now they're getting stuff from Funimation as well. So it's a win-win for them, for the people that just want the app and not PlayStation Plus. But then for me, who has
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus, I would pay $80 a year for that, just alone for the PlayStation Now library.
Yeah.
They have a ton of stuff you can't play on any other system unless you had the original system.
Yeah, and yeah, a lot of that stuff, PS3 specifically, like, it's, I mean, it's streaming. So, like, for a lot of that, because they still haven't figured out a way of doing stuff natively on actual consoles, or on current consoles, to like emulate
I
and
think it's
stuff.
coming. I think it's coming, and where it's gonna blow us all away. I think we're gonna be like, "Holy crap." Do I think they're gonna overtake the king, Xbox? No, no. I I I do not turn my Xbox on at all,
Same.
but I love Game Pass,
Yeah.
and I have my PC. So,
Yeah. Game Pass is awesome. It'd be cool to see something like that for PlayStation. It'd be really cool. Yeah, if they did take advantage of um all this stuff here in Crunchyroll and all that. I don't know. I was trying to do the numbers just a second ago, and like it seems like a too good to be true thing. Like, I agree with you, like, to try to put stuff together and make it for such amount of price, but there are certain things where they are losing money, like, I don't know, like, at a loss. And I guess
I
you could make it a loss uh for PlayStation Now, I guess, and like give them more of the money towards Crunchyroll and stuff, because even if it was at $100, like, that's a little more than $8 a month. And yeah, $8 a month is just for Crunchyroll alone. So I don't know. I'm curious to see where this stuff will kind of go, especially with them owning all of this now. But
well, and I wonder if they're
I'm
gonna move
hopeful.
to a monthly subscription just like Xbox, to be honest.
I hope not. I hope not. I
I
like just paying for it.
and I think they won't because how many people in this now between now and whenever they talk about it have updated it and said, "Hey, here's my $60." I'm good. I'm good till what was it? I think I am good until next March.
Mm,
So, because I had a 3 month, which I did it for the year, November, I think, and then I did a year after that, which I got for $40 in December. So, or no, January. So,
yeah,
I, I don't remember when it was, but yeah, but I think this is going to be in there some way, somehow.
yeah,
Maybe they just give a discounted rate for this if you're a PlayStation Plus member per month.
yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, we both know. I can tell you right now that PlayStation Now will be a part of whatever the PlayStation Plus is.
Hmm.
Um, but I think adding this is just going to get more. So yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Sony taking their sweet time. I'm wondering when they're going to do another thing where they talk about it because there's been leaks everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, or leaking, and I don't know how true it is, but
yeah.
yeah.
Who knows? Um, but yeah, that was
Before we
honestly
go,
kind of
before we
short.
go,
Yeah.
can I have a tangent real quick?
Okay.
Uh, okay, so I don't know if anyone has seen Greg Miller at the Dice Awards.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yes, I
Uh,
have.
First off, um, Greg Miller officially has the biggest balls of anybody I've ever met ever. The Dice Awards are like the Academy Awards for video games. The look on Jessica Chobot's face when he's talking about sexual harassment and racism and stuff like that that's happened at Blizzard and Activision, and he called them out, and then he said "F Bobby Kotick," and then Jessica's like, "Oh, this is not what the teleprompter says," in her mind, and
Yeah.
then he's, "You know what? Screw it, fuck Bobby Kotick." He
Yeah.
said it twice on a live
Yeah.
show. Um, Anybody else would do it. That is career ending. You're done. You know,
Yeah. Um there have been people who don't really pay attention to Greg, and they've been commenting on it and being like, "Well, you can do that safely now that the whole industry agrees on you and he's leaving." Um and like sure, kind of, but like that he's able to do it on a stage, but at the same time he talks about, and his whole company and stuff talks about this kind of stuff all the time, and is like, yeah, this isn't good stuff. Like he's always been talking bad about them and about Bobby and all that kind of stuff. So like it isn't anything new. It's just he happens to have a
right?
platform that he can say it on. But yeah, it was really cool to see. But it was also the thing that people did kind of complain about, where they're like, um, it it was a brave thing to do, but at the same time, people were applauding him in the audience. So there's like a lot of people agreed with it as well. So that was the thing that people, I don't know, like to complain about. So I get it in that point a little bit, where like everyone does agree, but someone actually said it. So
Yeah, and I feel
that's
like
cool.
and live performances are notorious for people making a stand or
Yep.
saying what they believe. I think remember Eminem at the Super Bowl recently that took a knee. They told him like, "Hey, do not take a knee during this," and he did.
Hmm.
Uh, and so I just wanted to give a shout to Greg Miller because I've been listening to him since he was with IGN.
Yeah.
I was listening to Podcast Beyond when he first started on there, and I really liked him. Uh, and the stuff that happened at Blizzard and Activision is horrible, but a lot of people are like being very cautious about what they say about it. Greg has always been vocal, and he had a stage. And if they thought he was not going to say something, they must not have known who he was.
Yeah.
Uh, I wanted to see the reaction on Phil Spencer's face there because Phil's probably laughing like, "Oh, Greg,
Yeah.
we're gonna fire his ass as soon as all these things are done. He's gone.
Yeah.
If he's not, if he doesn't walk, which you said he was like gonna leave, he's not gonna leave. He's gonna get let go.
Yeah.
And they're gonna
Yeah. 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 But
contracts.
like it's known right now that like it's safe to say things about him because he isn't in charge anymore. It's
Right.
all an Xbox owned thing
Well,
now.
And Phil Spencer's even said, he goes, "I will be acting in his position," like
Yeah,
straight up.
yeah.
Like, yeah, we don't do that at Xbox, and we're not gonna do that here. Which, like, good for Phil Spencer, but God, that's gonna suck because he's got so much crap to go through them an Xbox just to
Mhm.
fix. But I just want to bring that little tangent up. I don't know if any of our listeners had heard that or seen it. We've posted it on our Facebook. Um, I love it. I to be honest, I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. Besides, who was it? Uh, I think the only other time that I've seen something just as cool was a live performance. It was a live show, and there was a bunch of just bad shit going on. And Morgan Freeman said some shit, and then that was probably my second there because I'm pretty sure he swore as well on live TV.
Mhm.
But yeah, I had to throw that tangent out there.
Yeah, makes
We like
sense.
Greg Miller, so
He's a cool guy. I took a picture with him once, but it wasn't actually him. It was a picture of him at a Portillo's in Indy. So that's my profile picture everywhere. So if you see me on Twitter at Cheetar02, pronounced Cheetaro2, that's just a picture of me from a few years ago at a Portillo's that opened up in Indianapolis. And yeah, of course I had to take a picture with the Greg Miller picture. And people were confused as to why I was taking a picture with a picture, especially because it wasn't anyone who anyone knew. Like if you know, you know, but at the same time, I'm really curious. Like if, like you see people on there, like what's his name, Kevin James, I think has a picture in there, and then there's like some other famous people and stuff in there. But like so like they know like who these people are. So like, oh, you're taking a picture with Kevin James. Now I'm taking a picture with Greg Miller, who's just right below him.
well, and it's funny because in the gaming community where just that to us is like a superstar. Um, when my son got his pop a couple of years ago signed by Nolan North, he came home was so proud of it. He took it to my dad, and my dad's like, "Who's Nolan North?" Oh, he does the voice of Nathan Drake, one of the most famous video game characters of all time, not to mention hundreds of others.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, "That's really cool."
Yep.
And I mean, I was telling him how he shook my hand, and he saw that my son was nervous, and he was like really cool with it. Who he will be at Comic Con this year. I've got hopefully he'll sign two things. I have the Uncharted collection on PS4
Hmm.
and the Uncharted 4 on PS4. So I hope he signs both. I really hope he signs both. I'm gonna get them in cases, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
my.
I
But
still don't know if I'm gonna go. We'll see. I don't know. I don't really have many people who want to go with me, so and I don't want to drive there by
these
myself.
are not cheap. They're
Yeah.
not cheap.
Yeah, they aren't anymore. But although the tickets that I went to recently for the anime convention's tiny, but it was like 40 30 $35 for the Saturday, so that wasn't bad.
I think it's like, to be honest, I think it's like $30 for Saturday,
Hmm.
which isn't bad. But then you gotta pay for, you gotta get the parking, and parking is gonna be like 30-40 bucks. Uh,
Hmm.
but I have a place to stay, so I'm staying at my brother's house.
Hmm.
And so they live in Carmel. And I'm more excited about to see what my brother's husband cooks. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Uh, because every time he cooks some crazy stuff, he goes, "Oh, this is nothing." I'm like, God, this is what it's like with no kids. We had hot dogs and macaroni and cheese because we were both tired tonight. That's what happens when you have kids. Um,
Yeah.
would it be okay if I did the shout out of the week though?
Yeah, for sure.
So to this week's shout out of the week is Rose Gold Crafts, and I want to show the viewers here. Alex hasn't gotten his yet because I just got him today, but our buddy Stephanie there made uh, get out of gaming hoodies, and what's really cool is on the hood itself, she put our line. Uh, that's awesome. She this, but we're gonna do her as a shout out of the week. She does everything from shirts to travel mugs, water bottles, and she also so this is all a Facebook group, right?
Mhm.
She ships all over the United States. So if you're watching our show or on YouTube or listening to our show, definitely go check her out. Her prices are very reasonable. Um, and if you have something like what we wanted to get out of gaming, she had no problem producing that. So definitely cool shout out of the week.
Yeah,
Also, if Alex is going to allow me to say this, we are going to be streaming together this week, which will be fun.
we are.
We're going to be playing Streets of Rage 4. I am probably going to switch up my character now that we've earned Adam.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm super stoked. Last time we did it, we had so much fun on
Yeah,
our
it was a very fun it's a really fun game. It makes me very excited for the new Ninja Turtles. And it also makes me excited, like, I don't know, I just really like beat 'em ups, and I like the ability to play these online. So like Scott
absolutely.
Pilgrim and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I love playing these types of games. I can play them all the time. So yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So check us out. We'll be at Thursday around 9 o'clock. I will tell you real quick, another tangent. There's rumors that that game when it comes out, it will be on Xbox. It'll be on Xbox day one. Uh,
For Ninja
part of
Turtles.
Game Pass.
That makes
Uh,
sense because they showed it off at the Xbox thing.
how cool! I mean, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it on PS5 no matter what.
Oh,
And if
shame. Yeah.
they have a physical copy, I'm buying that as well.
Mhm.
Uh, but we have a lot of friends that want to play it with us. So we may have to do a couple streams of that uh, with me and Alex and Zach and Spencer and whoever else wants to. But I'm stoked, especially since they announced Splinter.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Now all we need is Casey Jones.
I guarantee that they've got him there somewhere. You don't think they do?
They
You think
have
they're
to. I would hope so. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who else they could add, honestly, like Metalhead, maybe. But
yeah?
although Metalhead was more of a enemy in Ninja and Turtles in Time.
Wasn't it
Um
Toad though? Like that was on their side?
yeah, there was kind of like a Battletoad type person who was on their side. Yeah, there's a lot of things from that old cartoon. What's his name? Yosagi Usagi
Yeah,
no, yeah, Jimbo. Jimbo.
yeah, Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo. Now I feel like I'm Jimmy Neutron's dad, Hugh Neutron. Um, but yeah, like he could definitely be a character. But yeah, I'm looking forward to our stream for sure. I like playing those types of games, and it gives me a good excuse to play multiplayer games because I don't do that often. I just play single player games alone, or I stream them. You know what? This is we'll do a live shout out of the week as well. Me, go check out
Yes.
me on twitch.tv/guitar02. Um, I've been streaming Die Hack. It's been a fun time. Ben's in there. Sometimes we get quite a few people in there, but yeah, Die Hack is definitely a good chill stream to do. And also, I would like to point out that it's a game you don't see streamed often, especially um, natively. Because like these games, like we talked about earlier, they're very expensive, or they can be. So join me in my first playthrough of part 3 because I've never played part 3 before since I've never owned it. And then we'll play part 4, which is worth like $300 now. But yeah, um, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this has been a fun. I almost said stream. Wow, I'm way lost right now. This has been a fun podcast episode. Um, yeah, again, check us out on Twitch on Thursdays. We generally try to stream at 9 p.m. Eastern when we can. It's either both of us or it's just Ben, depending on what it is. But definitely check that out. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Check us out on YouTube as well if I post the episode. Last week we had sort of an issue, but it is up now. It got posted on Saturday. or maybe Friday night. But it's there. So yeah, there is a video version of every episode. Um, if you're an audio listener as well, yeah, there's that. Or if you're a video watcher, yeah, there's an audio version of this. So if you don't want to see our faces, you can go ahead and go listen to it on iTunes, on Sound or not SoundCloud, on Spotify, on Anchor, just all the kind of stuff that you can. On Anchor, if you go there and search up Get at Gaming, you can leave us a voicemail, and we could, yeah, we could do those on the air and listen to them and critique them. I guess I don't know.
I mean, we're gonna just so everyone knows, we're gonna preview these before we throw them on the podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure we are. But yeah, if you want to leave a voicemail, like a Q&A type thing, maybe we'll have like a Q&A episode someday.
Be awesome. We should.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it for me. But yeah, until next time, get at it.
Get at it.